the army, not the NSG, was in command of the counter-terror operations at Pathankot, the army chief, General Dalbir Suhag, has told NDTV exclusively. The chief said the criticism of the operation and how long it has taken to clear the terrorists was unwarranted and based on incomplete information in the media.
We are in fact emerging from a major terror strike, from the shadows of a major terror strike. Sir, I want to ask you, are you fully satisfied with the way that operation went? Because you've seen the media debate, you've seen many of the experts, in fact, talking about this. So what would you say? Are you satisfied, sir?
Barkha, fully satisfied. Operation was very well coordinated. There was total synergy between all the forces which took part in the operations.
So you have no regrets and you don't believe any mistakes as is being suggested in sections of the public commentary?
You see, lessons learned are always there. Even from the successful operations, we have certain lessons to be learned.
So one of the major controversies and talking points has been why the operation took as long as it did. But my sense is that the military had decided that this was going to be on our terms, that there was going to be no hurry. So do you want to talk a little bit about that? Many questions being asked, why did it take as long as it did to actually declare the base clear of terrorists?
Barkha, I had given 3 very clear-cut directions to my Army Commander, Western Command.
Yes.
First was safety and security of the Air Force assets, families, and there were also some foreign students. Second was to contain the area of incident.
Yes.
Have a very strong inner and outer cordon and to make sure that no terrorist can get out. And the third was to avoid casualties and to carry out very deliberate operations. And all 3 objectives were met. Whatever casualties, fatal casualties were there, they were initially in half an hour, 45 minutes. And after that, there was not a single operational fatal casualty throughout the operations. Hence, it was a very successful operation.
So one of the questions that has been asked is whether there was confusion about the command and control, about who was in authority. In fact, you did say at your Army Day press conference that the army was in command, but I want you to just clarify this once and for all, because a big criticism has been the impression that the NSG was leading the operations and the army had to take second place. And there was also confusion about whether the army was in command, the Air Force was calling the shots, the NSG was calling the shots. So can you clarify this once and for all?
Barkha, I clarified during press conference 13th. I again clarify that Army was totally in command of the operations.
So Army was leading the operation?
Definitely. And we
not the NSG?
Not the NSG. It was a coordinated operation and operation was controlled and coordinated by Army Commander, Western Command. There were 8 columns of the Army which were over there. Then NSG team was there. Garoods were there. Since NSG was there, Garoods were there, Army teams were there. That's why for coordination and operation control, I had put Army Command, Western Command in operation control.
So you just said that there were 8 columns. Initially, it was reported that there were only 2 columns, that the paras were sent, but they were not utilized, that the army was, just not used to its best ability. You're saying this is not true. And that many more troops were sent than the media reported.
Barkha, I think some sections may not have had the full details of the operations. That's why initially some people reported only 2 columns were there of the army. Actually, there are 8 columns, and we also had para-SF.
And they were used as they should have been.
All troops which were there were suitably used.